All right, top 10 mistakes that home buyers are making. Listen up if you are thinking about buying a house and try not to make these mistakes. First and foremost, not getting pre-approved. This is really the biggest mistake you could make for so many reasons. First, you're not going to know what your budget is. You're not going to know what your payment is. You're not going to understand the bigger picture of being a homeowner. So how do you fix this? Talk to some lenders, get pre-approved, understand the finances before you start physically going to look at properties. Number two, skipping the home inspection. I don't think this happens as much these days. I know it happened a lot during the COVID times when housing was crazy. People were skipping inspections, waiving appraisals, all kinds of crazy stuff. But today, in 2025, you definitely don't want to skip the home inspection. It is worth the investment. The $500 investment that you put into a home inspection can literally save you thousands, tens of thousands sometimes. Mistake number three, overextending financially. What I mean by this is sometimes buyers will go get pre-approved and say they're pre-approved up to $350,000 and actually spending that $350,000 without taking into account the maintenance, essentially being house poor. This can cause financial strain if you lose your job or something big breaks in the house, such as a roof, the AC and heat unit, septic, well, things like that. So make sure if you don't have a nest egg of cash saved for stuff like this, make sure that you are purchasing wisely. Number four, underestimating closing costs. A lot of buyers, especially first-time home buyers, don't always understand the difference between a down payment and a closing cost. I do have a video on that and you can check it out here. Your down payment is always going to be separate from your closing costs. Closing costs vary by lender and can be anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 or even more just for your closing costs, not including your down payment. So if you have a 3% down payment, you need to pay that and closing costs at closing. So make sure you understand the difference and make sure you understand especially what your closing costs are going to be. Your lender can give you an estimate without being under contract on a specific property. Okay, number five, letting emotions drive your decisions. Buying a house can be emotional. You can fall in love with a house and, just like a relationship, ignoring the red flags. So make sure that you put your emotions aside and understand that this is your money, this is your future, this is an investment, and trust your agent to guide you through this process. Make sure you have somebody that will tell you the truth, whether it's what you want to hear or not. All right, number six, not considering resale value. Sometimes when you're buying a house, you don't really think about the resale value because you're buying it to live in it and sometimes thinking it's going to be your forever home. However, when you are searching for a property, remember it's an investment. If someday you do sell it, you need to make sure that you're going to get money back for it. So things you can pay attention to are the school district, the neighborhood, what is close by. Is it, for example, railroad tracks, a jail, something like that, a power plant, anything that could affect the resale value of your house. Even if you don't care about it, somebody else might. Number seven, buyers making big financial decisions before closing. I have had this happen in my personal work life. Basically what this means is when you're under contract or when you're thinking about buying a house and you just get so excited that, you go out and buy a bunch of furniture or finance a new car, or really financing anything, even using your credit cards is a bad idea while you're trying to buy a house. If you are in the market to buy a house, leave your credit alone. Don't spend any money. Don't open new credit. Nothing like that. It can literally destroy your opportunity to buy a house. Number eight, not researching the neighborhood. So legally, agents are not allowed to steer you into or away from certain neighborhoods. It is the buyer's responsibility to do their due diligence on the neighborhood. That can be anything from schools, taxes, sex offenders, anything like that. Unfortunately, agents are not allowed to really say anything on this fact. So it's really important that buyers do their own due diligence. Even talking to neighbors could be helpful in this regard. Mistake number nine, failing to understand the market, the current market and the climate. This could lead to unrealistic expectations when you actually get out into the field and start house hunting. It's important to talk with your agent or a agent to understand the reality of the housing market. Is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? How are buyers offering Are they getting concessions? All of these different things. It's very important to understand the market before you start diving into writing offers. Okay, mistake number 10, skipping mortgage rate comparison. Sometimes buyers will reach out to a single lender and sign up with them right away without researching other lenders or other opportunities for home loans. Lending has taken a whole new world of its own. Different lenders offer different programs, zero down, there's assistance for down payments, stuff like that. Like you want to make sure that you're getting the best rate, the best program, all of that stuff. And the only way to do that is to shop. Yes, you're going to have your credit ran multiple times, but just understand that when you're buying a house, if you're having your credit run within a certain amount of time, I think it's 90 days. Don't quote me on that. I think it's 90 days. If you have your credit ran 10 times to buy a house, not a house and a car and furniture, if you're running at 10 different mortgage companies to try to find the best rate, all of those will become one hit. So don't freak out and think that your credit's going to be destroyed because you're shopping for a home loan. Shop for the home loan. Try to get the best rate. Try to get the best program that meets your financial needs. If you're in Missouri and you need a local lender, in the comments, I have my lender list linked. So click on that and you can have access to my personal favorite lenders. So 10 mistakes that buyers are making. Don't make those mistakes. And if you have any questions about any of these topics, please feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help any way that I can. Have a great day.